Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to get on here real quick. I don't want to make this a long video because my last video was very long, but I did want to get on here and kind of talk with you guys about how I am doing now since my miscarriage and kind of talk about what we have planned for the future of trying and just, you know, how we're all doing and wrapping our heads around this very emotional and sad time in our life. So of course this miscarriage did happen right before Christmas, and thankfully though we were done miscarrying by the time Christmas had come. Actually Christmas Eve was my first day really off the couch, and I was a little woozy on my feet because I had been on the couch for about a week. I lost a lot of blood, and I was going through a lot and I wasn't really stable. So Tyler and I ended up just doing a few things, cleaning the house and getting it all ready for the holidays. And by the end of the day I felt pretty good. So when Christmas came I was feeling great. Christmas Eve was great. And I really didn't think that I was going to enjoy Christmas this year, but when you're a mom already and you are a wife, I'm not necessarily saying it's selfish to feel sad, because of course, like, you have a right to feel sad. You know, you go through a lot during a miscarriage, and it's just very hard emotionally, but I felt like it was my job as a mom and a wife to be happy and be in the moment for my daughter and my husband. Just, you know, I would never want to take that away from either of them, and we had a great time. You know, of course the loss is very sad, and it sucks. That's just all I can really say. It just friggin' sucks. There's no other word for it. But you know, I'm taking one day at a time, and I do have my moments where when I'm alone I think and I start crying, and that's okay, because crying is okay. You're allowed to cry and feel those emotions, and I don't feel guilty for crying or embarrassed. You know, and then other days I'm good, but it just still sucks, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'll ever get over this. I still think about the little girl that I had lost 2 years ago, and I just know in my heart that they are together, and I'm just happy that they're together. I should be knowing the genetic testing pretty soon, so probably in about a week I will have those results back. I'm hoping that they will call at a time where I'm home and I can grab my camera, because I do want to record it. Maybe if I hear obviously a lot of emotional stuff, I won't post it, or I might, I don't know, but it really depends how it goes. But I do want to document it and just be able to remember it, because I forget things. I can forget things, and I want to be able to relay them to Tyler. So I'm really hoping that I can, you know, catch this on film. I'm nervous for what they're gonna say. I think I'm just nervous because I don't want to hear those words that there's something wrong with me and being able to hold a pregnancy, because this is my second, and this has taken us 2 years to get. So I'm really hoping that the news they tell me isn't anything that my body can't handle another pregnancy. It's so weird because I don't know why it wouldn't be able to, because my daughter Brielle, her pregnancy was amazing. I didn't have any complication. It wasn't hard to conceive her. We tried for maybe a month or two after birth control, and we ended up pregnant, and there was just not even a concern the whole pregnancy. So I'm just so confused as to why this is just taking so much time and energy and heartbreak and emotions getting this little baby, but we are determined. So I'm just scared. I'm kind of scared for those results, but we'll see. And I'm wondering, I don't know if they do this or not, but I've been wondering if they would tell you the gender, or if they would be able to know the gender, because they're doing genetics and anatomy. So I figured they'd be able to test and see what the gender is, but we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up. but I also think that knowing the gender might upset me even more. With my daughter that I had lost, I didn't know her gender. They didn't do like a scan like they're doing with this baby, because I miscarried at home, and she really wasn't any bigger than 6 weeks, so she was really just a bunch of clots. I found out the gender of that baby through a medium. There are actually 2 mediums who both validated that she was a little girl. So I'm just kind of believing that and holding on to that she was a little girl. And so yeah, I don't know what they're gonna say. I'm really nervous. I think that it might hurt me a little bit more if they tell me it was a little boy. Just because, oh my God, I'm gonna freaking start crying. I think it might hurt me a little bit more if they tell me it's a little boy, just because that's what we kind of were hoping that we would have eventually, and we want in our hearts, and we know in our hearts that we want a little boy, and we both know that we'll probably keep trying until we get a little boy. So it would be really devastating to hear that we lost our son. Not that it wouldn't hurt if we lost a daughter, because that's a miracle too. But I think we all want our second child to be a specific gender. If we have a girl, we want a boy, or if we won't have a boy, we want a girl. I just think it hurts a little bit more when it's the gender that you really did want. But like I said, I would be happy even if it was a little girl. I would just be so blessed. I'm just so freaking ready to hold this next baby of mine in my arms instead of crying and you know. But as far as future babies go and us trying, we are going to start trying as soon as we are okay to. I know that usually you're supposed to wait a cycle, and that's what my nurse had told us, but a lot of women actually have said that they have gotten pregnant so much faster with their after a D&C before they even had a cycle. So I'm not saying we're trying right now, but we're not preventing. I know that it's smart to give your body that whole cycle to, you know, get the uterine lining and get strength back, but I also believe that God has a plan. Okay, that's just what I'm saying. God has a plan. He has a plan for me, and if I'm not meant to be pregnant, then I won't be pregnant. But if it's meant to be, then I will fall pregnant. So I'm not holding on to hope that we'll get pregnant this cycle before I get my next period, but I am just letting God take the wheel. But after this month, after this period that I get, the next period I get, we are trying. We're getting back on our Clomid. Yes, I hate Clomid, but we're gonna go back on it, and we are gonna freaking do the ovulation test and the pre-seed and all that jazz, because we just want our baby. We want our baby so bad. Our daughter Brielle is going to be 4 in May, and I never wanted my kids that far apart in age, but I guess you can't control that. I guess it's all in God's timing. So if you have hopes that your kids are going to be 2 years apart or 1 year apart, well, you better start trying, because you never know if you end up with secondary infertility like your girl over here. But I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about how I'm feeling and what we're doing with our plans of baby making as far as right now. I didn't want you to think that now that I'm not pregnant, or that we can't really try right now, that I was done making videos. I still want to update and talk to you guys. I know that there's a lot more people who watch these now since I've been going through this pregnancy journey, and I don't want to let you guys down. So I'm just going to keep continuing my journey. If you guys are interested in following along, I would love that so much. It's just nice that we can all stick together and do this together. It helps a lot knowing that there's other girls out there that are going through the same things that you are, and you don't feel so alone. But I hope you all had a great Christmas, and I will be getting back on here when I get my genetic results back from our miscarriage. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.